Hello everyone, this is Dharam and I welcome you all to Aspirants Portal. So, in previous classes, what we have gone through is the origin or the historical background of the Indian polity. And along with that, we have gone through some acts that are Act of 1771, Act of 1781, 1773, sorry, the Act of 1784, 1786, and 1793. These were the acts which we have covered in the previous classes. Now let's move forward for the other act. The next act is Charter Act of Charter Act of 1813. 1813. What were the provisions in Charter Act of 1813? The first provision was, see, in the previous charter, like 1793, we have seen that the monopoly of the company has been increased for 20 years. In this Charter Act, monopoly of the company has been increased, but the condition is that this monopoly is only with the China and only in tea. So the first provision is monopoly of company increased for 20 years only in China and with only with China and only in tea. These are the important points that you have to remember. Now, coming to the second provision. The second provision is, see, Britishers have been in power in India since almost many years, and the Britain people who were the Christian missionaries have demanded the Britain government that they wanted to propagate the religion of Christianity in India, and they forced the Britain to make a provision to that Christian missionaries can move to India. So the second provision is movement of the Christian missionaries can propagate Christianity in India. Third one. See, as per Britain, they used to feel that we Indians are barbarian and we used to catch snakes, and they always compared their education system with us, and they used to tell us that the whole education system of India is equal to a cupboard full of Britain's book. So they wanted to improve the education system of India by inviting the Western education. So the third provision will be Western education in India. For this Western education, a 1 lakh rupee of fund has been released for the improvement in India, and 1 lakh of rupees has been funded for West education in India. Now coming to the fourth provision, at the local point, Britishers had employed their own members, and these charter act told that the local government, like the local Britishers, can collect taxes from the Indians, and if these taxes are not paid, they can punish the individual Indian. So the fourth provision will be local government can collect taxes. If taxes are not paid, they can punish. So these are the four important provisions in Charter Act of 1833. Let's move for other Charter Act, which is Charter Act of 1833. Charter Act of 1833. So what were the provisions in Charter Act of 1833? See, in 1833, the Governor General of Bengal, we have seen the change in the Governor General name. So the Governor General of Bengal has been changed to Governor General of India. This is the first provision with Charter Act of 1833. Now coming to the second provision, The second provision is that governors of Bengal and Madras have been debarred from their position and complete legislative power has been transferred to the Governor General of India. So the second provision will be Governor General, Governor of Madras and Bombay have been debarred from their positions and complete legislative power is with Governor General of India. Now, coming to the third provision. See, any law which have been made before the Charter Act of 1833 were called as a regulating act. From now onwards, any law which will be made will be called as an act. So, act law made from now will be called as act instead of regulation. And the fourth provision is that law has been like a provision was made regarding the civil services exam in India. See, they have presented the bill in the Parliament of Britain that civil services exam should be conducted and it should be open for every individual along with the Indians too. But the Court of Directors of Britain have rejected this idea. There was one more problem with the Indians in company is that most of the Indians who have the post of who were the employees of company have used to get terminated from the company as an employee. Like the fourth provision will be the person civil service. The fourth provision will be civil services exam was presented but was rejected by court of directors and Indians were not debarred from their employees position of company employees position of company. So for today's class this will be enough and we'll be meeting in the next class. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share and like.